Hello students, welcome to Ajitaha IAS Academy. In this video, continuing our series on economic current affairs, let us discuss about India's announcements or commitments in COP26 meet, which is a recent meet, about its India's commitment regarding the environmental contribution. Okay, let us start. The first thing, India has given the name of its commitments as Panchamrit strategy. Panchamrit strategy. That is, we have divided our commitments in 5 ways. Let us discuss further. So, this Panchamrit is a Sanskrit term which means when we offer Abhisheka to God, we offer 5 different varieties. In the same way, we Indians as a culture, we treat nature as a god. So, we are offering our services in 5 different ways. So let us start. The first thing, though UPSC doesn't ask this, but this Panchamrit strategy can be asked in the examination, or even if you quote this in the essay or in the mains examination, it will fetch good marks. And the first strategy is India will increase its non-fossil energy capacity to 500 gigawatts by 2030. Okay, the benchmark year 2030 is very crucial for India, especially regarding with its commitments. And 2030 we have given so much of commitments. One of the thing is non-fossil energy capacity, non-fossil energy capacity to 500 gigawatts. I have already mentioned here 2030. Okay, and non to 500 gigawatts. And second thing is from renewable energy, from renewable energy by 2030 we will meet 50% of our energy sources. You might be confused, what is the difference between non-fossil and renewable energy? Take an example of nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is a non-fossil energy, however it is not a renewable energy. Though it takes lot of years to consume, however it is not a renewable energy. So in such a way, 2030 non-fossil energy sources, we will source at least 500 from non-fossil energy sources. We will source at least 500 gigawatts of energy requirements, and also renewable energy sources, we will meet 50% of our energy requirements, 50% and 500 gigawatts. Okay, and the third thing is total where is okay per unit of GDP, our carbon emissions, that is the intensity of emissions intensity of carbon, will be less than 45%. Let me explain you with an example. For example, to achieve 1 unit of GDP, for example 1 unit of GDP, let us say $1,000. Okay, in terms of dollars I am saying, or you can say 1 lakh rupees. Okay, because our GDP is almost 2 lakh rupees, so let us divide by 1 unit 100%. Okay, let's not get exact calculation. So in order to produce 1 lakh rupees or 1 million rupees or 1 lakh rupees, assume we are emitting 100 kg of carbon dioxide in our production process. That is whether in terms of agricultural activity, whether in terms of factory activity, any kind of an activity. In order to produce 1 lakh rupees, we are emitting 100 kg of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. We are committing that by 2030 our carbon emissions intensity will reduce by 40%. That is, by 2030 we will reduce only 450 kg, sorry 45 kg. Okay, 45 kg only instead of 100 kg. So we are not emitting another 55 kg, so we are contributing to the environmental contribution. Okay, this is the third thing is carbon intensity. Fourth thing is we'll reduce the 1 billion tons. India will reduce the total projected carbon emissions by 1 billion tons from now onwards till 2030. That is, by 2030 we reduce our carbon emissions by 1 billion tons. So by 2030 we will reduce our carbon emissions by 2030. That is, here I have said we are reducing 55 kg. In such a way, all our economic activities will consider the environmental protection into consideration, and all these contributions, the cumulative effect is 1 billion tons of carbon emissions will be reduced. Okay, and the fifth thing is by the year 2070. So all the four what do you say strategies out of as a part of a Panchamrit strategy, all the four commitments are till 2030, and the fifth one is 2070. That is, by the year 2070 we will achieve net zero emissions. What is net zero? Net zero means if we are emitting 500 kg of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, we will also remove the same 500 kg of carbon dioxide through carbon sequestration or any other way. So whatever we are emitting, we will restore it back or we will capture it back, so that the net will be whatever we are emitting and we are capturing will be zero. That is, the net zero emissions we will achieve by 2070. But for other countries, their commitments is different because they have the technology with them, they have the financial resources with them. So taking all these considerations, we have committed that we will achieve net zero emissions by 2070. Understood? And there are other aspects also. Other countries which have announced net zero targets are the New Zealand government has passed the Zero Carbon Act in 2019, which made the country committed to zero carbon emissions by 2050. That is net zero by 2050. And UK has passed, the parliament has passed a legislation to reduce the net zero of greenhouse gas emissions by 100%. They have not committed in a year. However, as in line with the other European nations, they might commit to 2050. And US president also said that 50% below 2005 levels by 2030. That is, by 2030 they will achieve the carbon emissions to 50% of what they were emitting in 2005 levels. For example, in 2005 the US was emitting 100 kg of carbon dioxide. They are saying that by 2030 we will emit only 50 kg. Okay, that's it. And World War Zero, it was to bring unlikely allies. That is, for example, US and European Union, other countries are saying we should focus on environmental things and we should reduce and all of stuff. However, China and India are saying no, we can't because we are developing countries and we have lately started our development, we cannot. So these are unlikely allies. Don't go into the World War allies. Okay, these are the allies which are not coming into one platform. So that's why they are called as unlikely ally. They are called as they are not called as allies, but they are bringing. Okay, they are unlikely allies on climate change, and with the goal of reaching net zero carbon emissions in every country by 2050. Okay, and another thing is European Union plan Fit for 55. To cut the 55 means 55% below 1990 levels by 2030. They have taken an ambitious target of achieving the 55% of carbon emissions by 2030.
Yes, speaking.
And if you have any questions, we will focus on. But China said they will achieve net zero by 2060, where India has a 2070. Thank you so much.